What's up, college football fans? It's Aaron Murray, and we are back with another quarterback film review. This time, we're going to Oklahoma and John Mateer in their win against Michigan last night. He looks the part. He looked the part last year, and he's been very impressive to start the season with Oklahoma. Timing, anticipation, arm angles, quick twitch. Yeah, he can be a little reckless at times, but man, if you're going to make plays and if you're going to lead your team to a championship, you have to have the confidence. I always talk about the confidence, that line of confident to cocky. You kind of have to border that of, I feel like I can make every single throw out there. He has complete faith in his arm, his teammates, his receivers, and that's why you see these highlight reel plays over and over again. I love it. Live and die by the sword. And I think he's going to continue to be, yeah, I would say more in the high end, the excellent end, than the necessarily the bad one. And not saying he's not going to make bad plays. He made bad plays in this game. We'll document that. He'll make bad plays throughout the season. But overall, he is a special talent and definitely can lead Oklahoma to a lot of great victories this year in the SEC and hopefully to the playoffs as well. So got 19 clips to go through, and let's have some fun doing it. All right, here we go. First one, good mixture of pass and run in this game for him. Obviously, he is their running game, and they figured out how to get those running backs going a little bit more, but really impressed with what they did with his legs, and he's got some little bit of wiggle to him, as you'll see on a couple of these clips. All right, first one. Schemed up nicely, got double slant to the field. Really don't know why he's not taken, could take the first one. Excuse me, I'll re-say this. Could take the first one, really like his option to take the number one receiver on the outside. You got 2 over 2. The goal is if this guy was over here a little bit, you'd be a little bit worried. But right now, he's so out of position that you're not worried about this linebacker at all. So you got inside slant, almost turns into an in route, less of a slant. That receiver should be taught to come in friendly for his quarterback. But if that the number 2 receiver gets inside of this guy at all, there's no one left. You can rip him. So as we'll see, he has the opportunity to throw the first one. Ball's catch here, working one. Right there, the possibility. Listen, I probably would have gone the number 2. We're just playing this out. We got the clicker in our hand. Could have thrown this, and there's a lot of green grass in there. He doesn't like it. He goes to number 2 on the outside. Now just put the ball in his chest. This is pitch and catch right here. This is an easy throw. He's done this on routes on air almost every day, I'm sure, during practice. Got to be able to put it on the receiver for the completion. Once again, if you're worried about that inside, that nickel, that outside linebacker, you should be hitting the first slant anyway. So not a good start on the first pass, but guess what? He makes up for it with an absolute dime. 3rd and 9. Going to get a cover 2 defense. A lot of shell early on in this game. Worried about the passes as to be expected. You're going to get him off the hash. Middle of the field's open. And he's just going to worm right here. We're going to get switch release, vertical. So just your normal all go special versus cover 2. So you like number 1 down the middle. And then a bender, he should bend it across the safety's face as well. And just an absolute perfect throw. Beautiful. I know it's a highlight reel catcher. It's like, oh, better catch and better throw. But, man, he got that up and over those linebackers. Hitch. Ball's coming out. Maybe a little bit more of a flatter ball. Think like throwing over a goalpost. But, man, it's still a beautiful throw. Has some pace on it. Gets it before the safeties can make a play on it. Even better catch, yes, but great throw from Mateer to get the first down early on in this football game. All right, let's move ahead a little bit. All right, defense off sides, and he just has a whole shot. Cover 2, go ball on the outside. It's a free play, so you're not really too worried about it. But this is just showing off his arm strength a little bit. For those who anyone who ever questions, can he throw the big boys? He's got pressure in his face, a free rusher. That ball is out now, and look where this safety is. And he puts it on an absolute rope in the soft spot of this cover 2 defense with a guy hitting him right under the chin. That's, like I said, if you question his arm strength, that should not be a question at all. That guy's got some twitch, and he got some arm strength that can fit into some tight windows. So Good job taking advantage once again of the offsides for Michigan. All right, you talk about we talked. I said earlier he's got some wiggle, got some hips to him. We're gonna get to the high end zone of this one. This is just pure, just showing off kind of what he can do in the open field. Has the speed, but I thought this was a nice lateral motion. We always talk about with running backs that jump cut in the hole. Watch this jump cut. Gets there, sees it. Whoop, whoop. Got some wiggle. Got some wiggle. I like it. I like it. I like it. This one right here, I work to the field. I gotta go one. I don't know why. There's a couple times where I just didn't see safeties, and I don't know why he's working one side of the field instead of the other. Let's let it play real quick, and we'll go back and diagram it. So we're gonna get a little bit of a seam, a little skinny from this tight end. Gonna kind of bend it a little bit. You're gonna get a corner route, and then two routes where they're gonna come out and then whip back in. And I like this. I like working this seam to the tight end. If you see this guy work this way, but right now if he stays there, this defender can play outside leverage and funnel everything to that safety. So there's just really not a spot to go. So you look at his eyes. He's looking. He wants to throw it, but you got to get your eyes on this guy, because if you throw it, he's going to drive on it, pick it, or take the tight end's head off. So I don't know why you were working that direction. As soon as I see this guy staying on this side of the field, that hash, I mean, he's essentially on the hash. I'm one step, okay, he's over there, and I'm working back down here 1 to 2 as these guys come back in, and watch these guys come open. Bam. Right now. So once again, I don't like it. Safety stayed on the hash, and I'm coming back down. I'm putting it on right here. He's catching it, and he's getting skinny, scoring a touchdown. You don't like him. The caboose is always loose. Caboose is coming in, and he possibly could come depending on what that defender does. So, safety, get off it. Would have had a touchdown right there. All right, so many guys think that, okay, I got to double move. I got to, keep my eyes on the safety. Not all the time. You don't always have to keep a safety in the middle of the field depending on where they are. Like right here, this guy ain't making a play on this double move, okay? It's a little stutter and go to the top. He's not making a play on it. I don't need you to keep your eyes down the middle of the field. I want you to locate it, maybe even give a little shoulder shrug to get the corner if he's looking at the quarterback to help sell it along with the receiver, and then you throw it more on time. So many guys, when they keep their head down the field, then they get over it, they're late, they're trying to locate it, and everything's just off timing-wise. So I love the fact that he understands there's no one to really look off here. Safety's low. Let me get my guys over there, and that way I can throw the ball on time. Would you have loved it up the red line a little bit more? Yes, 100%. But, man, the timing was perfect. Great accuracy on the football. And like I said, the feet looked really good inside the pocket. Nice completion for another explosive play. Third down, have a shallow with a follow route. I like the throw. Got to catch it, though, obviously, from the receiver standpoint. But just really cool concept. You're thinking 3rd and 6, maybe we get man. They motion over, so it tells you, hey, it's not man-to-man. We got zone coverage here. So that follow route can settle a little bit more. I'll diagram all this for you when he gets over there. Doesn't have to run through fast because it's not man. It has to feel where the hole is. So we're going to get the first one. He's coming across. His goal is to grab this defender. And then he's got to just slightly come in here, kind of feel it. And almost at times you can even throttle in the zone. Mateer sees it. He gets eaten up by this guy. Wide open hole. Should be an easy catch for the first down. He settles and just, yanks his head a little bit too fast, unfortunately. And missed opportunity to stay on the field there. All right, next one's up is probably my favorite throw of the weekend for any quarterback from what I've seen so far. I said it last week when I was breaking down his film a little bit. His anticipation is next level. Obviously, he's been in the system. He knows it. He has trust, but still new receivers. and he lets some footballs go well before 99% of quarterbacks would let footballs go. So right here, you're going to get shell coverage too high. So anytime we get some too high, we love over unders. So under, little sit route, then you're going to get the dig route on top of it, and you're just going to high low the linebacker. He settles, you throw the dig. If he backs up at all, you just take that underneath route and take the completion. But once again, like this throw with the anticipation, ball's out, and he is nowhere near crossing this guy. But he understands the longer I look over here, the more this guy can come into play. I gotta let this thing rip early. I mean, this is Sunday stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Ball is out, catches it, gets another 7 yards yak. I love it. Like I said, my favorite throw of the weekend for college football right here. Let's see if we get a good angle from the high end zone. He latches on. Now you see this window. Trust it. Throw it. Woo-wee. That was nice. That was nice. This is interesting. This is the interception next play. Unfortunately, you have a beautiful pass, and then you get the interception. I don't know if this is all on Mateer. So we're going single high. We're going verticals. And single high, you want to stay away from this safety. You know, we said earlier, remember with the 3 verts to the boundary, we said, you know, that number 2 vert can bend it across the safety's face. So if there was a safety here and he got off the hash, yeah, bend it across his face. But when we're single high, you know, we want to stay away from this guy. So keep it more in this area, not this area. So let's watch this tight end. I believe it's a tight end that they split out there. Look at him bending it. He's bending this like it's cover 2. Mateer's throwing it like it's single high where he needs to be. So people are like, oh, he threw it high and right. He threw it high and right. I think this is the tight end's fault. Mateer's throwing it versus single high coverage. That he needs to keep it skinny. He throws it where he wants. Guy's not there. That to me, not in the meeting room with him. To me, versus that coverage, this guy got to keep it high. That's on the receiver. But of course, I'm going to defend the quarterbacks. You know me. All right. I don't know why he's working to the field. Good job getting back. They ran this play twice, and it must be something they're teaching. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me because both times he ends up coming back to the other direction from where he worked. So it's somewhat of a slant flat. He's going to go a little bit higher than just a straight flat route. He's got a slant. You don't like it versus cover 2 because you have a corner that can cover this guy. And then you have a hook player that can cover the slant. That's why we like slant flats, curl flats for single high, not too high. So right now Michigan's in a too high. So in my mind, like I don't like that. I'm not working a combination that is not built for too high. And you're going to see it play out. Corner has him. He's got the slant. It's just not where you want to work. He ends up working backside. You got just a sit down with a curl with a flat. So you should be going one to here, 2, 3. I mean, that should be your progression as soon as you know it's too high. Like I said, he eventually gets back, throws the completion. But, you know, let's go to the beginning. Look at his eyes. Too high safeties. Why are we working down here? Unless it's to them, unless they're treating it like some sort of spacing, where it's, you know, I want to work. Usually with spacing, you have some sort of individual route backside, and then you get to your spacing concept to the other side. So if they're teaching it like spacing, then yes, that's fine. You work your eyes, bam, 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 true progression. You just work it across the field. So if that's the case, then fine. But if it's like, hey, we got slant flat on the right, we have, you know, curl on the backside with a sit down route, which is good for too high, and you're working a too high, 1 high read, then there's no need to even get to that single high read. Let's just get to the 2 high read, work bam, 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 bam. I don't know what he's taught. If anyone at Oklahoma knows, Gay Bikerd, let me know if I'm wrong on that one. I just thought this was a a cool way to get to what we call the mesh concept. Michigan's D-line got some good pressure here. Really didn't have an opportunity to throw it. It comes open. So mesh is usually some sort of two receivers crossing. Then you're going to get another receiver that sits about 10 yards, running back in the flat or a wheel route. And you're really wanting versus man, zone. Those guys will sit. And then the hook really comes into play versus zone. So there's the mesh, mesh. He's going to sit. You get the wheel route. So versus zone coverage, you're going to see these guys, they sit nicely. And they pull these linebackers out, and that opens this right in between. So it plays out cleanly, just a very dirty pocket. Maybe could have found a way, but there's a dude right in his face there, so probably didn't see it. But I just want to show you kind of how it plays out versus zone, because usually we see so much mesh versus man. Really good job of the receivers getting to their spots, throttling down, very friendly for the quarterback. Where, I mean, he could have hit him, and then obviously the bigger play would have hit him behind there. Just needed a little bit more time to throw the football. Had inside fade to the boundary. Just got to throw it out there here. Had the leverage. Had the matchup I'm sure he wants. I mean, we got inside leverage. Step on toes. Go. I mean, this is one where you would want to make sure your eyes, see if you can keep him in the middle of the field. But you have leverage. You got speed. I thought the timing was good. I think he's anticipating maybe back shoulder. Good job with the eyes. Look at the eyes. Eyes are here. He's holding him. He's confirmed that, hey, I don't think that guy can make a play on the football. Now just throw it, man. Throw that thing. If he's even, he's leaving. Okay? He's even, he's leaving. He was even, he's leaving. Throw it out there. Trust the speed. You throw it out there, that's a catch. That's a catch. Good job defensively. It's not an easy throw, but even he is leaving. Right here, nice little curl flat with a wheel route on a sprint out. Just a nice play. Comes open. Love what they're doing offensively at Oklahoma. I mean, it helps when you're healthy compared to they were a year ago. But, sprint out, we're going to get the wheel. He's in the flat. Would love it if he's a little bit faster. I think right now the problem is these guys are stacked. So this defender can guard him. He can guard him. So you just got to keep running. Wait for him to clear space. Anticipate, obviously, that defender is going to continue moving towards the sideline. You got to throw it right around him. But, would love some way if you can get this guy to just get out there faster to clean the picture up for the quarterback sooner. But clears up, sees it, rips it, completion. Good timing, allows the receiver to make someone miss and get inside the 5-yard line. Cover zero, put it out there. Good play by the cornerback. They're going to bring all-out pressure here. You see it. Safety's coming over. They're coming down. I mean, look at everyone's depth. Maybe single high. But they actually brought a decent amount of cover zero, full out, all-out blitz in the second half, trying to heat them up. Same here, just ball's too flat. Ball's got to get out there. It's not like the receiver is running some sort of skinny route. He's running what looks to be just an inside release go, unless it's just a very lazy route. Yeah, it's a good play defensively. The guy undercut it. He got beat. He jumped underneath, made a play in the football, almost interception, but just missed opportunity to just, there's no safety. I mean, right now there is no one out here. Just not throw a punt, but just throw it up. Get it up there. That's twice now we've seen him try and, muscle ball in there instead of getting some air on it. This one almost interception, but both could have been big plays, and that one could have been a touchdown against that cover zero. But he makes up for it. This is what makes him special. When things are not there, it's not there. That something's there here. If there wasn't pressure in his face, he's going to throw the out route to the field. No doubt about it. He's looking that way right now. I mean, he's ripping that. Just another way to get the curl flat. I mean, what a throw. This is, I mean, look at this. Defender does what he does, should be doing, going to the upfield. You duck, 2 hands on the football. 1 hand there a little bit, but 2 shoulders moving, gets out of it, and just a pearl of a football down the field. I think this deserves a little high end zone look. Get down, hold on to the football, get up. Great throw. Great catch. I think we're going to go the high end zone on this look. This is just when you have the quarterback running, the things you can do. I mean, they got 8 guys in the box. I mean, the safety runs out with the running back. I mean, look at this box right here. There's 8 guys in here. Roll back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guys. Doesn't really look great to run, does it? Well, when you have a quarterback, obviously you add a blocker in there. So this running back's going to take him out. So now it's 7. And it's just power. That's all it is at the end of the day. We got power scheme offensively. So we'll watch it one time and then run it back. And you got numbers. You got numbers. So they're working, doubling, backside. You got cutoff. You got pull, kick out. And you got him coming for him. So one more time, just to try to make it a little bit clear for you guys. These 2 are doubling to the backside. Center's cutting off. Guard's going to pull, kick out. Tight end's coming. He's your lead blocker. Everyone's accounted for, and now you get the, essentially an extra hat with your quarterback running the football. Well executed from the offensive line, tight ends. Block down, kick out, get to that linebacker, touchdown. He's got a good feel too. Very patient, sees the hole. One of his other touchdowns run, we're not diagramming, but kind of is very patient in the hole and then hits it backside for the touchdown early on in the game. All right. Mesh route. I just need, we talked about earlier how those receivers sat well. This is just a coaching point almost for the receivers a little bit. Zone coverage. You see he looks. I'm going to watch this guy. We're going to roll it back, but watch him. He looks at this guy and says, my rule is always, hey, green grass, you run. There's no green grass here. This guy's here. Okay? He looks at him. He hesitates and keeps running. He needs to locate him and sit his butt down so the quarterback doesn't get his head blown off. So watch his eyes. He sees it. He wants to settle, but then keeps running. Those are little things, and I think Mateer's like, you need to sit right there. So I don't want to throw you into a headache, essentially. So that's on the receiver. Needs to do a better job sitting down. See, look, he sees it. Look, he's looking right at him. He's like, if I keep running, this dude's going to blow me up. I just need to sit down. Easy throw. Mateer thinks he's going to sit down. He throws it to where he needs to be sitting down. That's a completion. Look, he's still that's your fault for running through it. You deserve to get hit there. All right, 2 more plays. This is nice. We're going to get the back view of this one. And, we said they've been bringing some cover 0 pressures. There's a little running back in the flat. So they're going to do full slide protection left. So they're slide. Then when you slide, running back usually has end man on the line of scrimmage. So he's going to come across and act like he's going to block the end man, and then he slips him for the big play. Just really great preparation. You see everyone sliding. Running back's going to act like he cuts. He misses him. And as a quarterback, like, I just got to buy time. That's all I got to do. I got to buy some time. I know my running back's going to get out. And so you just drift and try to drift towards, obviously, the running back. That way it's an easier throw. you're going to your right side, so you can use your arm angle to get around. So obviously Mateer knows it's 0. Maybe they called it afterwards. I don't know what it was. They know it's 0. They called the perfect play for it. He buys time, shoots it out there, and it's a nice play and a nice completion. And the last one is it's the concept that we talked about before with the slant and the out route, and then the backside sit with the curl hook. Same thing. It's too high safety, and he's looking. I mean, he's looking a long time over here, and it's not what you want. And maybe that time you would, because they actually matched a little bit more. Maybe you could have ripped the slant. But if you would have worked just this side from the beginning, you could have hit him now, and then you could have worked curl flat off this player afterwards. There's 3 guys open on this side, just like before. He's open, he's open, he's open. So I don't know why we're messing around with slants, slant flat versus too high, when you got those guys open on the other side back-to-back time. So maybe it's something that they'll look at and correct or change going forward based on coverage. So overall, man, dude, I love the dude. Great quarterback, gunslinger, has everything you want. Competitor, good runner, really good runner. You're going to have to take sometimes. He's going to make some oopsie throws that kind of make you want to rip your hair out. But he's going to make about 20 other throws that you're jumping up and down, going crazy about. So those are fine. That's part of him. That's what makes him great. You just got to live with it. And Sooners, man, you got yourself a pretty damn good quarterback. So I appreciate y'all joining me once again for the film study here at Mac and Murray College Football Show. Let me know some other quarterbacks that you want me to break down. Let me know what you like, what you don't like from these breakdowns, and we'll continue to improve this entire football season. Have a great one.